Hello and welcome back. We are here playing, not Egypt, but Spain in Victoria 3. We're on the 1.2.1 patch, the public open beta. Currently, we've been kind of just declaring a bunch of little small ball-y type wars. France has been joining us in all these wars. They're our new best friend. We're kind of experimenting with the alliance. I would like to just reiterate to anyone watching, as far as 1.2, there's a lot of busted up things with construction. Notably here, we have 200 construction and we're only working on 5 buildings? What? If we take a look specifically in the motor industries in Spanish Hail, this is, I think, where the bug is going on. Any places that have really high turmoil will have negative modifiers to state construction efficiency, and it seems to be the case that when you have enough negative modifiers to state construction efficiency, as a result of the turmoil, it just like basically bricks your entire construction queue. You notice we're spending 134 construction on this specifically, and it's going to take 540 weeks. If you are in laissez-faire, there's not a very good way to fix this. This is also kind of why I think that in general, if you want more of a pleasant game, for now in patch 1.2.1 in the public open beta, you should not use the automated construction pool. We are playing with it because we want to experiment around a little bit with it, but the construction that we have in our own pool is fine. Or in the government construction queue, but 75% of our construction capacity goes to this, and it is just absolutely bending us over. We can't cancel it. We can't move it to the bottom, you know, and all we have to do, we have to wait for the turmoil to recover, for the standard of living to rise, but this is just like backbreaking, basically. So it is what it is, but yeah, we'll be on our way. We currently are engaged in a nice little small ball war against Bahrain, and I think USA joined against us, which is nice because we want them to pay us war reps, and so hopefully we'll be able to enforce those on the USA. And I think we also wanted to liberate New Africa. We can also liberate Louisiana. Isn't Louisiana normally in New Africa? I guess we could try and unmanifest the destiny here, so let's do it. Looks like we could even sway someone, Austria, by offering them an obligation. I don't mind offering them an obligation. I also really don't think we need them for this war. So I'll just hold off for now. I guess we kind of want to... Whoa, that's a lot of bureaucracy. We're going to pay it, though. And we're just going to look to expand the bureaucracy here in the capital state. And we will go into the queue and kick these to the top. Instead, this one especially, just let that finish. So almost to the top for those. We should enforce really, really quickly here on Bahrain, and then be in to here on the United States. And after this, we want to declare war on Great Qing. We want to take Lanfang, and Lanfang was having a revolution. That's why we didn't declare that as our last war. And then Lanfang has Great Qing as a subject, so we will annex this and just ask for Great Qing war reps, and then maybe break up Great Qing a little bit. This is kind of the plan. We should be able to take this back. It's not one of our war goals, but it's a thing. There's a good chance they just back down here as well. Minus 37. Alright. I was going to say minus 37 is a pretty big one. But it looks like we're probably just going to push in here and take this. Should push in and take this, except looks like some of the USA troops got here in time. France is helping out a little bit. They don't always ever only just help out just a tiny bit, which is a little bit annoying. I wish you could, you know, only pull them in sometimes. In fact, I think it shouldn't auto-pull them into every single war. But then when inside the war, they only contribute like maybe 10% of their military power, so it's like, nice little friendly gesture, I guess, more than anything. We are going to occupy them here. Rising concerns, you're telling me? Probably just going to take a look and make sure we maintain these two guys' bonuses. We're going to do this. We're more concerned about the Intelligentsia clout. a little bit, and we are just making sure that we have enough to maintain their bonuses, and since they're above 20%, the bonuses are doubled. We are trying to get rid of the landowners in the Catholic Church. We're trying to move them to marginalized and get the trade unions up out of there. But the trade unions are going to be hard to get up out of there until the standard of living rises, and so this is going to be a long while. Standard of living will not shoot up very much. School organization. We'll take the minus enactment time, because we can't afford the minus chance. So that's a bit unfortunate. The revolution's decaying, I think, yeah. Looks like this is getting a little bit stally, except for our good old friend. Here, we'll also land the capital. That must be what our friend is doing. So in case our friend does not succeed, Jose will land the capital. But France, looks like France is not going to get that landing off. I think we got a little bit of a bigger navy stack, so we might. Looks like some of this is coming down in terms of the private construction. Looks like it's resolved itself. So that is fortunate that we aren't just bricked for eternity. It does look like some of our construction does not get used because the 75% is trying to contribute, but they don't have enough buildings to put in the queue. Except they do have buildings to put in the queue, so I don't know exactly what to make of this. Because it looks like they want to build the banana, the shipyards, all this. Shipyards is in Galicia. Is that where we already have a shipyard? No, it's not. So that's unfortunate. Missing out on economies of scale bonus. Generally speaking, I like to just build shipyards in one place only. So we could have been a little bit more proactive about that, but it should be fine as well. Mechanized workshops, big important tech. We're going to go into here, and we are going to swap these over to sewing machines and mechanized looms. Also going to swap this over to crystal glass. We didn't swap that over when we should. And mechanized workshops. And water tube boiler, why not? A lot of labor-saving PMs. Not going to swap all those over to water tube boiler, or all those. Just going to kind of wait. We do have them swapped over in the capital, because the capital's labor is a little bit more expensive, because we are building tall there. But now they should be able to employ much, much better now that we got mechanized workshops, specifically. We are losing a pretty penny right now, but I think we can afford to go through this. I think we're going to get this landing as well. After this, we might try landing the rear here. Actually, let's just move these guys to this front. I don't know why they didn't auto-move to this front. But it looks like actually we're going to get a push here. Yeah, so that's a big push. So maybe we just land with the 20 stack into, you know, another spot here. Maybe New York or something. If we can't land on DC. Ooh. Looks like we're having a little bit of a hard time. We have insufficient landing support. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's not the modifier to have. So we're going to have to try again. If at first you don't succeed. Find a bigger boat. Construction's kind of returning to normal a little bit, and we are not hemorrhaging as much from running negative bureaucracy, although we do need to build another bureaucratic government administration anyways. And at any rate, we are trying to get iron a bit cheaper in the capital. Let's see. Gonna try and import these. We're gonna import them from the French. Gonna try and import this from the French. We have a trade agreement with France, so this is why. Gonna try and import this from Prussia, I suppose. I think we do have a rivalry with Prussia though, so public address goes awry. Looks like we're losing out on public schools. We're gonna come off of it for now. We will not do private schools because we want public schools. Maybe we do legal guardianship here? Could also do cultural exclusion. I think I like cultural exclusion here. The main reason being we don't know when we're going to be able to go multiculturalism. We're gonna try landing again. White piece? I don't think so, boy. There's it and there's not it, and that is not it. It does seem that the automated construction queue is a little bit nicer for, like, having to click a lot less. But we have a ton of iron mines in the queue. Kind of trying to nip our construction good costs in the bud a little bit. We will come in and also just try and import more just generally. We'll import from the Prussians as well. Maybe we can try and rival someone other than Prussia. Like, I'd rather rival, yeah, something like Netherlands. Bingo. I'd rather, like, get a trade agreement with Prussia. In the US, perfect. Once we get central banking, which might be even that spreading to us, we can start bankrolling people. We want egalitarianism because we want to be able to push or get radicals. And not certain type of radicals. Why don't we do this? Because we are trying to get good relations with Iraq. We want to protectorate them. If they stop defending the borders and we have an obligation, then we will be able to. Looks like they might be calling it in. They are not calling in an obligation. We owe them an obligation. We're just going to decline, I think. We don't want to give them the powerful protectors modifier. Looks like a little bit of naughty action on behalf of the United States trying to get in on us. We do not consent. But it looks like we're not going to really land them. So we get in on Bahrain. And we have to ask ourselves, are we going to try and keep landing the US's capital here? Or are we going to try and get war reps here from the United States? I think we try one more naval invasion on the capital. See if we can get a better roll. Also going to use Claudio Garcia instead of the other guy. What are they offering? Don't think we want white peace just yet. When we can maybe get something done. Alright, Spain. We get an Intelligentsia while been championing cultural exclusion. We're gonna get new leadership, I guess. And maybe there'll be a radical. Nope, they're just a moderate. That's unfortunate. We would prefer a radical, but I'm not even sure we can get radicals before we get egalitarianism, is the thing. You know, it might be actually easier, now that I think about it. It might be easier for us to go multiculturalism. If we are on national supremacy. Because if our radical's not in the Intelligentsia is indifferent between national supremacy and multiculturalism, as is the Industrialists. Industrialists just might be indifferent anyways. Let's take a look at them. Oop. Plutocratic. Do you care? Nope. Nope. Oh, looks like they just don't care in general. But if we get an Intelligentsia, Intelligentsia is going to be indifferent to us going that direction. But if they will dislike a change from cultural exclusion to multiculturalism, but they're indifferent between national supremacy and multiculturalism. So why don't we actually come off of this? And we're going to take a look at them. So they oppose ethnicity, yeah. Yep. We'll try and do this instead. Russia wants a trade agreement. That's a little wild. I don't hate it. We'll just do a large volume. Also, the great powers not wanting to stick their fingers in our pie is always a good thing. We basically have one more chance to land the capital. If not, we're going to start a war with Qing. Just trying to get some war reps here. Let's see if we can get it in. Of course, the naval invasion is, or this part of the naval invasion is good. We do want to check the journal. Steam engine time. What do we do? Alright, we're going to need to increase the level of one of these motor industries to 3. I think we just have a bunch of level 1s everywhere, courtesy of the auto queue. Except in the capital, which is not, that one's not profitable enough. Oh, we don't even have that level in the capital, so why don't we do this? And also, the one that's most profitable is, I guess, in Toledo. Some of that. If this battle looks good, we'll stick in on it. Okay, it's only against 9k. But this battle looks terrible. Alright, we'll wipe peace out. Now I think we go for Landfang. And we'll just conquer state it. And, whoop, looks like we might just be facing just Landfang themselves, not the whole shebang with China. We kind of wanted to face the whole shebang. Let's look at the diplomacy of China. They've got a couple rivals. They've got a vassal in Tibet, tributary in Zhejiang. So we can... Oh, we can't transfer state. Can't get you in the customs union. Close, though, to just being able to offer them an obligation. If we decided to do a bunch more trade volume with them, we could probably pull them in. They want tools and luxury goods. And they have... fabric and wood. It's also import from the Russians and the Egyptians. Anywhere that's productive, really, that's going to do decent volume. Because we'd rather our places, we'd rather our auto queue not build cotton. So if we import it, they won't build cotton. And then also said wood. That's not profitable. What about hardwood? Is that profitable from you? It is. And also with the Russians. After we do, yeah, now you'll take the trade agreement. And now you're closer to doing the customs union as well. Let's take a look at our institutions. Oh wait, we still are, we're on trying to declare a war. Because we have no infamy right now, we want to be decaying some. I think that, well, let's see who has interest in the strategic region. We don't want to just bop our... So we'll get -20 relations with the UK if we just declare for a province. But I also don't hate taking Hebei. Hey baby, hey baby, hey bae. And then maybe releasing, and then... But mainly what we want is the war reparations. this is kind of what our start will be. And I think we will mobilize and put one of the 40s on each of the fronts. We will take a look and see if we have anyone in the queue. Or sorry, anyone, what is it? Yeah, we're looking over here to see if we have anything. We don't. We'll escort convoys to here. There's a chance Great Britain joins. They are fearful. Minus 75 fearful. And we'll also be liberating some of these countries. We could liberate Shandong. We would be adjacent to Shandong. And it would be easier for us to do stuff. I think I like... Well, the memes are liberating Formosa. Right? But let's see. Shaanxi. I wish it, like, showed you what you were liberating exactly. Because I don't... Unfortunately, my knowledge of Chinese geography is not the best. But I think if we liberate Sichuan... Yunnan is somewhere down here. But Sichuan... Let's just do that for now. And we're gonna try and cut them in half at some point. Yep. An embargo does make a lot of sense. Shaanxi. Yeah, Yunnan's down here. Xi'an, I think we want. But that's not here. Hunan's here. Dacheng, I think is down here. Zaibei, I think might be up here. Can't remember. We can set one of these as primary if no one else joins. So we'll wait a little bit to see if someone joins. Actually, revoke claim on Beijing is probably what we want to do. Probably should have made that primary and only liberated Sichuan. We'll see if they want to fight. More than happy for them to just take the war reps. Give us the war reps and let us not have a big ass war. We'll just take that and try and continue on. Great Britain declares neutrality. Okay, that was kind of the big concern. Now it should be relatively smooth sailing from here. We are running a big deficit. I think steam engine's been removed. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that one. We do have the philosophy department. I forgot that we got new PMs, so we will turn on the unis, which should provoke that. I think we'll switch them all up. We're complete. Oh no! We'll get pragmatism. Synthesis, Hegel, no! If anyone wants some really hard reading, Hegel's a good shout. I think we'll land with the 20 stack towards southern Anhui. So we'll take the 20 stack and go there. And they still have bad PMs, so we should be able to in good shape here. A bunch of iron mines finish up. We can follow it with a bunch of coal mines to try and encourage them to build steel. Castile's having a significant problem in terms of rails, so yikes. We're going to solve some infrastructure problems here. I think that might be due to engine shortage, though. Is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, they're not subsidized? Oh, they're just finished. And we get modern sewage, so we won't need all those anyways. Yikes. Oh well, we'll just let him go through. Let's see how we're doing up here. Kind of okay. Of course, there's a ton of guys on this front, so it's going to be slow pushing. But, yeah, it's going to be slow going on the offense as well. But France is helping us out. We might get a good landing in. France might get a good landing in. Ew. Now, I don't know why we can get extra, like, over our capacity as well, in addition to being under it. So, maybe it just, on average, is normal construction. You get egalitarianism, which now makes proportional taxation a lot more appealing. We'll acquiesce, so we'll stay on this. I think proportional taxation is a little bit harder to get through, yeah. So one thing we could have done is we could have stayed on land-based taxation to make the transition to proportional a bit easier, because some of the people who like per capita will prefer proportional to land-based, but will prefer per capita to proportional. So we're going to need a strong labor unions to get proportional in. And we get a landing down here, which is going to be very nice, and headed towards the capital as well. Freedom to starve, you're telling me. Market set prices. That's right, baby. I think we'll import... Try and import grain if we can, though. From the Americans. Alright, sure. Doing okay on the money now. The money sitch. Covering a bit. Should be doing pretty good once we get these war reps from Great Qing. Intelligentsia are no longer powerful. How did that happen? What happened to you guys? What the hell? We're gonna build another couple unis to try and get that up. They want white peace. I don't think so. I think we're enforcing on you here, bud. I think we're winning most of these battles. We won our war reps more than anything. Can't you get you into the customs union? Tripolitania was a nice pickup. Enact cultural exclusion event is nice. Really hoping to get radicals sometime soon. I just don't understand why the Intelligentsia are having trouble. Being, we really need to get them back up to 20% clout for that, bonus. I guess we can stop suppressing and start bolstering. For that reason. These guys will get marginalized soon anyways. The rural folks somehow are not marginalized. Maybe they changed a little bit clout calculation? I don't know. Looks like we're going to lose ground here. Newspapers offer support. For 6K? Sure, why not? No, we can't lose Beijing. How'd they get back in there? We had pushed them and then they pushed us back. Oh, looks like they finally figured out how to use guns. We might take a load here. Scumbag us. We don't want to lose Beijing. I just like look away for 1 second and we go from pushing them to getting pushed back. They offered us white peas. one point. Yeah, we'll just take the white piece. Man, that sucks. I don't think there's anything adjustment we can make like inter-war, but they've changed dramatically the way stuff gets calculated 1.2.1, and that was very sudden, that like little reversal. So we do earn ourselves a little bit of a. They can't declare war on us, I guess, which is something. But we gained a bunch of infamy. It's decaying though, so this is somewhat fine. I think we might just annex these boyos. That's unfortunate. Maybe we should have tried to actually make sure we got their province, because that was a bit of money and a bit of sorrow and heartache and all that. We're gonna tax the luxury goods and not the liquor, which the lower rung pops drink more of. Let's just take a look here. We're going into Central Archives. I don't think we quite need Central Archives right now, so why don't we... I think we want to go nitroglycerin, because this allows us to build boom booms, I believe. What allows... Or sorry, it allows us to build ammo. What allows us to build ammo? This percussion cap, but it's not spreading, so I guess we don't need to research it by hand. Wouldn't hate. Let's go central banking so we can try and expand our customs union here. Great Britain's size of Transvaal. You can never get to Transvaal. Why are you doing that, bud? Alright, we're gonna try and see if we can liberate subjects. But almost certainly just gonna enforce on Transvaal and then capitulate. Well, they're stalling out, so we'll come off of it. And then we'll switch off of bolstering these guys, or suppressing so we can bolster here. And then I think maybe we try the public schools again. Let's liberate the Hudson Bay Company. Probably not going to enforce any of these, but... That's wild how swingy that was with China. We were just like comfortably pushing into them and then it changed. Warfare is just a lot more dynamic in 1.2 it seems. And it seems we might need more military. Let's just add a little bit. High support for that. Bone China's nice. Not super nice, but a little nice. I think we can maybe swap up all these PMs, actually. Now we'll try and land in Wales or something, I guess, with the 42 stack, but I anticipate this will not be effective. Just fixing all the PMs everywhere. Are we paying in subsidies? We are, so this will help to decrease our subsidies. It'll also make these buildings less profitable and them less likely to build them. So why don't we actually... Well, we'll keep them on the iron, I guess, but we'll switch these over instead. Yeah, I think I like that better. We'll go fishing trawlers. Go marketplace squares here. And there's also paper bleaching. It's nice. And bone china, also nice. We would increase throughput bonus on some of these. I just don't know what's building what where. Specialize there a little bit more. There's our steel mills. Oh, I forgot we had this. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. Completely forgot about this. Hold the pain. We're getting occupied. I'm still gonna try the landing, though. Oh, the landing was a mistake. Our navy's too weak. We'll take them in actual time. They're already pissed at us anyways. Intelligentsia are now powerful. Alright. We might want to come off of bolstering them. We're going to keep bolstering them for a little bit, but then try and suppress the Catholic Church, maybe. Once this guy fails his landing, we'll move him back. He's basically certain to fail. I think we'll promote him too. Unless we somehow... Yeah, we're not getting in there. Mining accident. We're trying to bring up the trade unions a little bit here. The the Industrialists are really, really strong as is, so I don't think we need the help. We're just going to enforce on Transvaal here and then give up. Again, the Great Britain is proving to be a thorn in the side. This is kind of wrecking us right now. Annex Transvaal, so I think we just capitulate here, or we just white peace here. We're not going to enforce all this other stuff. But now, once we start colonizing this stuff, in fact, let's just double check. I think that this is regular malaria. No, it's severe, but is this one regular malaria? Severe as well. This one isn't, but we can't get into there until we get Oranhe. But this province is just insane. Very strong. Big happy with that. Let's delete the barracks though. And then we need to look for another war. Let's check our infamy. 6, so it can be a small war if we want. It could also be a reasonably big war. We can just annex Oranhe. I think it would be another one we could just do. Which is maybe setting up nicely for how we're going to expand here. Let's establish a colony there. Could annex some of these bigger puppets like Cuba. I don't think I like that though. I think I prefer annexing the dominions we've made over annexing the puppets we started the game with. I don't hate like dominioning a place like Sulu. We really don't want Great Britain to join. Great Britain's been a little join happy against us. So Sulu would be a problem because we already have a front, so they could get on it. Lanfang would not, So we could just annex Lanfang. I kind of like this. Because they have gotten free from Great Qing anyways. And we are still losing money, but it is at a pace that's acceptable. We did say we wanted to deficit spend. I think this deficit spending is also why the Industrialists are getting a bigger share of the pie in terms of clout. It's also nice that we're running this negative loan interest rate for, you know, while we're deficit spending at least. I think we might switch off of this to suppressing the landowners, because they are giving us this negative nobles privileges, which we'd rather just get rid of, and we can get rid of it if we can get them under 4% clout. Great Britain declares neutrality. Great. I think we're coming off of public schools here. Bit unfortunate. Private schools would be easy to do, but then the Industrialists would oppose the swap from private schools to public schools, which is why we're doing it in this order. We will, I guess, go for this. Private health insurance. Actually, private health insurance will be worse for us right now. I guess we could go for this, but this will make everyone mad. Maybe we just chill a little bit and then retry the public schools. Landowners, of course, are now giving us a bonus rather than a penalty. Don't really need the influence, though, so still gonna fine with suppressing them. Gold's been discovered in Transvaal. Happy day. Netherlands is importing grain from us. Wait, what's this? Oh, we don't have an interest here. Or, unfortunate. Usually I like defending Mexico as a general heuristic. But, not today, I guess. Really having trouble getting the migration here. Stupid national supremacy. Just need to get a radical. We'll invade with the rural folk guy, Jose. Seems like a good guy. Nice that we get the munitions plant unlocked. I think we wanted to build one here. Oh, maybe not if you're putting up an arts academy there. Also, maybe the AI will build the munition plant ourselves. This would kind of be nice. Why don't we build it here? Are people emigrating from here? See, there's no migration, even though we have no migration controls. Not sure exactly what that's about. We do want to go rights of assembly eventually, and this doesn't radicalize anyone. Actually, let's go rights of assembly for now. We lose a bunch of bonuses, but this is fine. Oh, we didn't even have the Intelligentsia bonus? Then this is definitely good. We didn't have this bonus before. The 50% migration is real nice. Especially because our standard of living is not the best. Should occupy land fangs here. Ooh. And so it starts to rear its head. The downsides of being in an alliance, it auto pulls us into wars of their making. Of course, they will not be declaring any wars, France, as long as we have this set up, so, because we keep declaring wars as soon as wars end. Get the naval invasion of Lanfang off. Happy day. Starting to come out of this. We're looking to make steel a little bit cheaper in the market. Tools are expensive. Our tooling workshop can't employ though, because we don't have the migration, because we discriminate. after we get central banking, maybe we go labor movement. I'm kind of keen on, so there's some production techs that are okay, but I'm kind of keen on, notably I would want rotary valve engine, but the price of labor is still not super expensive. The problem is the lack of migration, so I think that we're going to go for a lot of these tier 2 techs to try and make it faster to tier 3. We enforce. We cannot declare a war though because we're in France's native uprising. This is fine. We'll just be decaying a little bit. Let's make sure we have a port. We do. And let's click our special happy button. The reset production methods. Let's also do it for Transvaal. And Asturias. Castile's the only one we intentionally like want a bit different. And they will build a railway here eventually. They being the auto Q. Blue literature, you're telling me. We'll take the +2 enactment chance. How are we doing on infamy? Yeah, real low, so we will want to declare semi-high infamy. Did they change the calculation? -5 a year. Feels like we're decaying a lot. Man, real? Definitely want to double their bonus. Alright, so they enforce. So now we can try and do like a relatively high infamy war. Going after Benin's relatively high infamy, but that's not quite what we had in mind. Maybe just Dominion one of those guys? I think Dominioning Afghanistan is probably just better. Can we protectorate you? Not really. Can't go after Trugal states. We just conquer Hale. This is not as much infamy as I'd like. Did we also release you? We did. So we can Dominion Tunis, I think. Yeah, I do like this one. And then we can annex Tripoli and start colonizing this up here if we wanted. Just gonna add another one. Starting to make a bit of money now, but this is partially... Great Britain just keeps on going for it. We'll improve relations with them, but we'll also put on this front here. Maybe we can take this back from them. So this war is almost certainly, well, it's actually unlikely to pop off. They're very pessimistic, but saying we could take this back from Great Britain, but instead we're just going to do our, like, liberate subject BS. Trugal States, East India Company, and take war reps, and there's like 0 chance that we enforce these war reps, but... Or at least the ones on the UK. We'll just do this. It's unlikely we get this through. Let's add a bit of Navy though. And some construction. we're making quite a bit of money now. Rights of assembly will be nice because then we can get... It's not that we specifically really want rights of assembly, although it is nice, but we want to get guaranteed liberties, and we need rights of assembly first. Shewa is very close to forming Ethiopia. Which I love this new development. It makes world conquest a lot easier, because once they just unite everything, then you can go after them after that. Queen intervenes. Yeah, her will be done. Let's see, can we take a look at our market? Can we import dyes from someone other than Great Britain? We can import them from Benin. Ecuador seems fine as well. Silk, can we import? No, not really. Great Hunger gets removed, cool. I was never really that hungry, TBH. Said the hungry hippo. Yep, the name of the game is going to be the same. We just enforce on these guys and then peace out the other one. Because we can't possibly, like, I don't think we can land the UK yet. I think it's probably not going to be until we get ironclads that we can. Once one of these gnats spreads to us, we'll probably research the other pretty intentionally. Yeah, would be happy to get into human rights and feminism and these types of ones. Maybe we're just too far off of malaria prevention, though, to like really be trying to push things. Labor movement seems fine, though. Yeah, we will be just white piecing after this. Let's go into the... Cool. I think we're going to take another crack at schools. Public schools. Landowners are mad. Yeah, we'll keep getting wrecked by the UK down here. Just gonna propose this. Intelligentsia are powerful and trying to put in public schools. Let's see about... Nope, we can't annex them yet. Could go after China again. Don't think that'll turn out any different. I think we need to wait until we have better PMs. Or actually, I don't think we can go after them because... reasons. Because I think we have truce. Just severe malaria. Gonna take a while. I think we could annex them, though. Definitely could do a little bit of a bigger play. Just... I don't know where the soft target is that I want to go after. Could it be Shewa? No. Would want to go for Trucal States. Annexing Bahrain's fine. I think conquering Hale is also fine. We get a border with Egypt then, so it's easier to get them in the customs union later. Also, no one can really stop us. If the UK joins, it's like, we'll just have a repeat of what just happened. Actually, totally don't need the 20 stack, or the 45 stack, but we already mobilized them. We could just do that with the 20 stack. Labor movement is spreading. Kind of makes me want to come off of it. Let's go nitroglycerin instead. We have a lot of mines. A real lot of mines. Yeah. Improve relations. Really would like them to not be wary and just jumping up on every single war. I think it's also important that we keep declaring. Oh, but they back down. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hopefully you don't have too much turmoil and you don't break our construction, but you might. Still need the barracks. We should employ now. How close are you? So let's try and improve relations and maybe get Egypt into the customs union. Let's take a look at your market. Porcelain, lead, paper, luxury goods, regular clothes. Porcelain, just all the luxury goods and clothes and paper. That doesn't make money. That's weird. Alright. And then regular clothes as well. We're making a good amount of that. Kind of. And then what do you make for cheap? Silk, coal, tea, fabric. Silk, coal. They're not making enough for us to import tea. Fabric. Maybe grain we can import from them? No. Fabric we barely can't, so we'll just do it. And it will operate at a loss, but this is fine. Again, we want to just declare another war. Let's annex Oranhe. 20 stack will do. Making some money now. Zulu's a puppet, so we probably won't annex them for a while. Poor Mexico. I'm gonna look to maybe defend them if we can. This is a bit yikes. We'll just get rid of this. Good Bessemer process. Yes, we gotta press our button. State actions, reset, hail. And then we gotta switch to Bessemer process. Nitroglycerin spreading to us, but that's what we're researching now. We get public schools, very nice. Let's make sure that it's on max now. It is. Content to stay on charity hospitals for a little bit because our SOL is so low that this will significantly decrease access. We can try for... We can't do protected speech again. We can try for this. So we'll radicalize the boyos. The Catholic Church is probably not going to be... They're probably going to get marginalized after swapping to schools, though. I think that was what was propping them up. And the other guys are already mad with us, so let's go property and women. Rural folk don't like that, though. We don't like that, they don't like it. Oh, we get an uprising. She'll be fine. This is our first uprising. We've notably been on colonial resettlement instead. We take a look at the population. Yeah, so we're hoping that the assimilation maybe in the colonial resettlement maybe allows some of these places to be primarily Spanish so that incorporation is faster / cheaper. We'll just push in here. Alright, we gotta add more to the construction queue. How are these coal mines profitable, but these aren't? Or they're not fully employed, I guess. We'll just do some of this action. Set this on auto expand. Play some whack-a-mole. You'll need that. You currently have enough infrastructure. And this rev should not pop now. Yeah, it's capped at 50. Ronhe should be giving up pretty quick. I definitely like how in 1.2.1 it's way, way, way faster to enforce when you like full occupy them. It's like the max is like -17 instead of like -12 or whatever. Or it's like even more than -17. Like fully occupying someone will make them like want to give up real fast. Is this steadily gaining? Is auto queue building anything here? No, not really. Some of this stuff. Why don't we just add 1 and 1? That way it knows how profitable that is, I guess. Not sure if that's how the AI calculates stuff. I don't think it is. Like we're probably going to get a quick enforcement here. Once we get property of women, we're probably going to go for that other bit. Disallowing child. Ugh. We're not going to have an easy time doing that, huh? We do need to bring up the trade unionist, but to do that we need to raise the standard of living. Which is going to take a bit more construction. We annex to Ronhe. Not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but we will go state actions, reset their PMs, and then we will establish colony here in Zulu. Probably down here in wherever this is called, because they do not have in this state there is no malaria. There's malaria, severe malaria here, and so we'll just get these out of the way in terms of colonization. And I think they just have regular malaria here, if I'm not mistaken, or if I remember correctly. What about you? Do you have regular? No, severe. Okay. So we'll avoid the severe for now. Just kind of setting up our ability. So since we have all this land occupied, right? We will be able to expand here, 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 like all the areas much quicker because we have more surface area. To this, like... To this end, getting Portugal would actually be nice. So could we Dominion Portugal, actually? 52 infamy? Yeah, that's a lot of infamy. They have a lot of pop, though. Maybe we're okay with going up to 52? We don't have central banking yet. I think it's an ad spread. Oh, we do have central banking. So I think I'm going to actually call it an episode here. We had a little bit of a flubbed, awkward war against Great Qing, which we couldn't manage to get off. The 1.2.1 changes are a bit interesting because they do make it so wars can be a lot more swingy, because we were pushing them and then all of a sudden it switched back. I think that they improved their PMs or something. I'm not sure about this. So that's interesting. For next episode, we will probably be starting a whole bunch of bankrolls and then talking about that, because we just got central banking and we're going to be trying to get people into our market. We are losing quite a bit of money, so these bankrolls are kind of expensive, but we'll try and see if we can make it work. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.